In a small, forgotten town where the fog hung low and the streets were empty, stood a derelict house at the end of Willow Lane. For years, it had been abandoned, its windows boarded up and its paint peeling like the skin of a long-forgotten corpse. The townspeople avoided it, whispering that it was cursed. One stormy night, a young woman named Emily, newly arrived and eager to make her mark, found herself irresistibly drawn to the house. Driven by curiosity and a sense of adventure, she decided to explore it. The wind howled as she approached, the lantern in her hand flickering in the gale. She pried open the rotting front door with a creak that echoed through the empty house. Inside, dust danced in the dim light, and the air smelled of mildew and decay. Emily's flashlight cast long, eerie shadows on the walls as she ventured further in. As she moved from room to room, she found remnants of a life left behind, an old rocking chair in the parlor, a child's broken toy in the corner. She finally reached the basement door. It was partially open, a chilling draft seeping out. Her heartbeat quickened, but her curiosity was stronger. She descended the stairs, each step creaking ominously. At the bottom, Emily discovered a small, windowless room. In the center stood a dusty mirror covered by a grimy sheet. Her breath quickened, and she pulled the sheet away. The mirror's surface was strangely pristine compared to the rest of the house, reflecting her anxious face. As she stared into the mirror, something caught her eye. A shadow moved behind her in the reflection. Emily spun around, but the room was empty. Her skin crawled. She turned back to the mirror, her reflection now showing a figure standing directly behind her, its face a contorted mask of anguish. Emily whirled around again, her heart racing. The room remained vacant. Desperately, she looked back at the mirror. The figure was closer now, its hands reaching out as if trying to grasp her. She gasped, her eyes wide with terror. She stumbled backward, falling to the floor. The figure in the mirror reached out with a gnarled hand, its eyes locked onto hers with a pleading expression. Emily scrambled to her feet and bolted up the stairs, not daring to look back. The storm outside had intensified, lightning flashing through the windows as she fled. She burst through the front door, her breath coming in ragged gasps, and ran down the street, not stopping until she reached the safety of her car. She looked back once more. The house stood silent, its windows dark and still. The next morning, the townspeople found Emily's car abandoned at the end of Willow Lane. She was never seen again. The house remained as it always had been, a dark, silent sentinel at the end of the road. But late at night, if you stand outside the house and peer through the cracked windows, you might catch a glimpse of something. In the reflection of the dust-covered mirror in the basement, you could swear you see a new face among the shadows, trapped, staring back, with eyes full of eternal dread. Subscribe to Shortsvits.
Subscribe to Shortsvits.